I've got my son Alexander with me today. We're gonna prep this tree a little bit here and put up a camera. Got all of our snares down, and today we're just gonna set up a few cameras. Got a bait in there, so I kind of covered it all up. I just didn't want to take pictures of all them birds, but because I just don't have enough bait. I've got 2 beaver carcasses down there and a 3-year-old beaver in that pail. I had a tree back here. Is it this one? But I had roadkill carcasses hanging. I got some pretty good pictures of grizzly bears. I forget where. Oh, here it is, I think. Yeah, I had some whitetails hanging there in the tree. I got some pretty good pictures, some pretty good footage actually of bears standing up against that tree. Yeah. So Alexander's helping me clear up that tree there, and then the curiosity here on our cameras is not just to, say that trapping season is done and closed, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna see who all visits here in the summertime. Not just the summertime, but the springtime. I don't even know how much bait is left in there. Yeah, I don't know. Pretty much just scent is gonna bring him here now. You know what, Alexander? Just straight to your left there. Yeah, if you can take, that stuff there, that's really flexy. It's just the kind of stuff that you want to take off that's going to take and wave around in the wind, eh? So if you even just take, a lot of the smaller ones off of that branch, then you'll be fine. Yeah, I think next year what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to move this bait station. I'm going to move it to the corner and trail in a little better. I just never had the wolves really want to come into this thing really well. See, I've got my tie wire is still here, and my snares are still hanging there. So we're set up that way for the most part. I'll be able to set snares next year. I just did my wolf video there. I gotta edit it and get it posted, but I had some guys reply to me about guys having wolves get out of a 750-pound breakaway, and that may be it. I don't know how that works. I don't know if the wolf is that big or if it gets anchored just right. I don't know, but what I know is I've had while I was making snares, I would find that the odd breakaway S-hook, when I'd go to just squeeze it closed that last little bit, because they're not perfectly closed and they're not on your cam locks when you get them, so you have to finish closing them off. And I noticed that the odd time there would be one that it would feel like when I closed it, when I squeezed it closed, what would happen is I could feel it get weak. And so then I wouldn't use that S-hook, and when I would take that S-hook apart and bend it open, I would find that basically, yeah, some of them, they have anomalies in them such that, you know, that last little bit, that stainless, it kinks or cracks. So I don't know if that might be a cause, if guys are saying that, you know, breakaways don't hold, but I know that the elk that I've caught in my snares, I've caught elk. Unfortunately, I had a whole herd just come and roll right through a bait of mine, and all of the S-hooks, they opened up real nice. I didn't have any catches. Not, you know, I don't know what all got caught there, what size the elk were, cows or calves or whatever, but the white-tailed deer, I ended up catching a white-tailed deer. Did I catch two? No, I caught one that held. I had one whitetail that I caught that opened up the S-hook, and another one that actually stayed caught. But that particular whitetail, it was anchored, say, right on a tree like this, and where I had the snare set, the anchor cable that I had, I think it was an 8-foot or 9-foot cable. And so then when the snare is closed, you've basically got all of another 5 feet or so. So that gave that deer a lot of speed to take and run. And it was fresh. It was like the next day. It was really cold outside and the animal was not quite froze yet. I could see all the tracks. So it had actually taken jumps into a run. So it'll have hammered that snare pretty hard. And that S-hook was actually opened up about halfway. So instead of the S-hook being basically closed on itself, the S-hook was open like this and peeled back. So, you know, maybe one more lunge and that deer also would have been out. But the problem was that deer ended up with that snare right up high on the neck. So it just blacks out so fast because it just, you know, when that tap gets completely shut off, the lights go out. But yeah, I had a whitetail stay caught, and that whitetail was able to take a good lunge at it. But that was a spring. That whitetail was whatever it would have been, 8 months old. So I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of different examples and scenarios of, you know, how guys have their snares built and anchored, and with or without swivels, and you know how that animal can, you know, get torqued up and how hard it can pull. I think the scenarios aren't all the same, but at any rate, I'm not sure. I can't speak for other people saying wolves get away, and but I'm guessing if a wolf takes and breaks a sound 750-pound breakaway, that is unfortunate that wolf gets away, because that's the one you wanted to hang on to. A bigger, stronger wolf than that may not exist. Looks pretty good, eh, Alex? Mm-hmm. I think that's good. That one won't set the camera off. See, I can see that there's a little bump in the tree there right at your waist, Alex. Mm-hmm. And that angle goes down. It might work just about how it is there. Okay. You betcha. We'll get some nice pictures of some critters coming to visit. Okay. Thank you.